Thinking of cruising with Holland America? Let me show you around the Holland America Noordam. Starting off in the Atrium. This ship had the smallest atrium I've ever seen on a cruise ship, but I think this was the smallest cruise ship I've ever been on. So Atrium is levels 1 through 3. Right now, this is a staircase going from level 3 to level 2. Looking over here is the Pinnacle Grill, which is an additional cost dining room. Parents did eat here one night and had an absolutely lovely time. Down here is deck 1. We're going to go down and check it out. And now I'm down on deck 1 looking up at deck 3 at my dad and my sister. There's the staircase I just came down on. And level 1 really just has the guest service area. And this was taken on the very first day, so there was quite a line for guest services. Right over by guest services is a big map of all the decks on the cruise ship. So pause if you want to look at those. Unless you're staying down on deck number 1, you're probably not going to go to this level unless you're going to talk to guest services. But they do have this nice little seating area nearby. On the Noordam, the carpets in the elevators have the day of the week, which is super nice, and they change those out every day so you can remember what day it is. They also have these glass elevators, and when you're down on the lower floors, you can't see out, but let me show you what it looks like as you go up in the elevator. It's fun to go up the elevator and look out and see the water. Now we're back up on deck 2, and this is the Rolling Stone Lounge. I'm not really sure why it was currently set up with a table on the stage area, but they played live music in here sometimes, and one day I went in here and saw a cooking show. Lovely place to sit, and it's funny looking back at this because I enjoy exploring the ship on my first day and thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna hang out in all of these places so much. But I ended up only sitting in here for one event, and that was the cooking show. Going over to the main dining room, which starts on deck 2 and goes up to deck 3. When we came to the dining room for breakfast, they would only do check-in down on deck 2, but our table for dinner was up on deck 3 and we entered through a door that way. When we would go to our table, we would pass by this fancy table in the center, which we asked our server and they said it's the captain's table. He and his guests are the only ones who ever sit there, and apparently the current captain didn't bring people very often, but the captain before that used to bring people a lot. Back on deck 2 is the Explorer's Lounge. We did go here one time for some trivia. And then on deck 2, we have the Pinnacle Bar, which is right across from where you would go into the Pinnacle Grill. So a lot of people would hang out at the Pinnacle Bar while waiting for their turn to go into the Pinnacle Grill. But you could absolutely hang out here even if you weren't going to dine at the Pinnacle Grill. And of course, the seating area had lovely views out these windows. Still on deck 2, it's the Billboard Onboard, which was another quite large lounge area. We were here one day sipping on some drinks and some trivia started, which was super nice to not expect an activity and then you get to be part of one. And the great thing about this lounge is even though we couldn't see the person hosting the trivia, they had screens where they would put the questions. So even though we were sitting way down at the other end, we could still participate. We definitely didn't win, but we had a really great time anyways. And here's us hanging out before the trivia got started. And my sister is asleep. She's so cute. Right near Billboard Onboard is the casino, which is very small compared to some other ships. We never hang out in the casino anyways, and it was actually kind of nice that it was so small and you didn't have to walk through it to get to other places that often. Going up to deck 3, here you can see how pretty some of the elevators are, and I just really liked how fancy some of the touches were. Deck 3 had the shops, and this is while we were still in port, so they weren't open yet. Looking back at the trip, the layout of the ship did not force us to walk by the shops too often or walk through the casino that often, which is very nice because sometimes walking through the same areas gets annoying. Anyway, down this hall, and it's the library and cafe, still on deck 3. On previous ships I've been on, most of the time the library is behind doors and I never really go in, so I liked that this was open because I would walk through, look at the books. My dad actually did take one back to the room. And you don't physically have to check it out, like of course you need to return it. My dad did return his, but it is kind of on an honor system, which is nice. They also had crossword puzzles that they put out daily, and then right next to the library was a coffee shop and cafe. They also had a book swap area where you could put your book when you were done with it, and you could pick out another book that you would like to read that someone else put there. With entrance on decks 2 and 3 is the world stage. This view is currently from deck 3, which is the balcony. For the most part during our trip when we went here, it was for educational shows, such as learning about the Iditarod. And look, they even have box seating. How fancy. Moving on to the 4th floor. The 4th floor only has guest rooms, but it also has the bow of the ship. On the days that we were in Glacier Bay and College Fjord, they opened up the bow of the ship so that we could go out and look around. So that was really neat. I've never been on the bow of a cruise ship before. Also, I will be doing another video just on Glacier Bay and College Fjord, because it was absolutely gorgeous. This bell they had out here on the bow of the ship actually had the name of the ship on it, which I thought was cool. Back inside on the decks that had rooms, they would have directional things on the carpets, which was super nice to remember which way to go to get to the room. They also had mirrors on the ceiling, which I thought was hilarious. Let's check out some more of the glass elevator. I took this video when we were in Skagway, and look, there's the Disney Wonder. So now you can see what a nice view you can get when you're going up in the glass elevator. Taking the glass elevator was definitely my favorite way to get to a different floor on the ship. So now we've made it to deck 9, which is the Lido Deck. So of course there's the Lido Pool, which was under a roof that could open or close. It was only open when we left in Vancouver. This video was taken on the first day at sea, and as you can tell, the pool had a little bit of a wave to it. We never hung out in the pool while we were there, but we did enjoy the hot tubs. At the Lido Pool, there were 3 hot tubs. I didn't get any videos of the Lido Buffet, but for the most part, I enjoyed the options they had to eat, and we did have a little bit of difficulty finding a place to eat though sometimes. Going up to deck 10, the crow's nest. First of all, they have these pretty handles on the door. The crow's nest had tables where you could play games and do puzzles. They also had this shelf that was completely full of board games and puzzles to choose from. They also had lots of seating up here where you could just take a look and enjoy the view. They also had a bar up here as well. This video was taken early one morning, but often this area was quite popular to be in. They also had a big TV that would show our location and where else we would be going. This area of the crow's nest is where they would host crafts. Some of the crafts were showing us how to do origami or painting with watercolors. And here's the view from the crow's nest looking out those front windows. Also up on deck 10 is the kids club, and look what I found outside the kids club. These are sketches of characters from Robin Hood. I really did not expect to see some Disney details on a Holland America ship. Outside on deck 10 are the smokestacks, which have the Holland America logo on them. There's also shuffleboard out here. And on the back of the ship was another pool area. That one was not covered, so we never really spent time out there. However, on the very back on this railing, they had descriptions of all the animals that you could see potentially while you're in Alaska. And they give you some hints for maybe trying to see them. Most of the hints were that the animals would probably be out early in the morning or late at night. So that's the full ship tour of the Holland America Noordam.